Hello everyone, welcome once again to Learn Mathematics. This is your maths teacher Rekha Chabra. Students, I hope you all are doing great and giving good enough time to practice mathematics. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe this channel and keep watching my YouTube videos and post your comment after watching the complete video. So we were doing chapter number 6, linear inequalities, right, in which we learned the meaning of inequality. We have seen what all are the notations to represent these inequalities, and then we have seen and discussed about different types of inequalities. Today, let's talk about the real life application and we will continue with our 6.1 exercise of NCRT. For example, students, see till now what we have done, we have learned how to solve these linear inequations in one variable, and now we shall move on and we should have this knowledge ki how to use problems from different fields such as economics, science, mathematics and many more fields. So let's have a real life application, real life problem. Ram needs a minimum of 360 marks in 4 tests in a mathematics course to obtain A grade. On his first 3 tests, he scored these marks. What should his score be in the fourth test so that he can make A grade? So let's say that marks he has to score in fourth test should be X marks in the fourth test. So the sum of Ram's test scores should be greater than or equal to 360, because what is given here in the problem that Ram needs a minimum of 360, minimum 360. So we can say the sum should be greater than or equal to 360. So 88, 96, 79 plus X should be greater than or equal to 360. Add it, 363 plus x greater than equal to 360, and now x should be greater than equal to 360 minus 263, which is 97. So Ram should score 97 or greater than 97 in the fourth test to obtain grade A. That's how we solve real life problem by using inequalities. Now let's discuss few questions of 6.1 where we will see some good examples of real life application. Question number 21. Ram obtained 70 and 75 marks in first two unit tests. Find the minimum marks he should get in the third test to have an average of at least 60 marks. So let's say Ram should obtain X marks, right, in the third unit test. So since the student should have an average of at least 60 marks, at least means minimum 60 marks. He can even score more than 60. So how can we find out the average? Do you remember how we used to find arithmetic mean or average? Sum of all the observation divided by number of observation. So same concept we have to use here as well. It means 70 plus 75 plus x. And how many tests? 3. So divided by 3 and it should be greater than equal to 60. And solve it. What are we getting? 35. So Ram should obtain minimum of 35 marks to have an average of at least 60 marks. Question 22. To receive grade A in a course, one must obtain an average of 90 marks or more in 5 examinations, each of 100 marks. If Sunita's marks in first 4 examinations, this is same as the example that we just discussed. 87, 92, 94 and 95. So we have to find the minimum marks that she should obtain in 5th examination to score grade A. Right. So now let X be the marks obtained by Sunita in 5th examination. Now again average should be minimum 90. So it can be greater than 90 also. So 87 plus 92 plus 94 plus 95 plus marks in 5th test, that is X we assumed, divided by number of examination 5, greater than or equal to 90. Solve it. What are we getting? X is greater than equal to 82. So the minimum marks that she has to score is 82, or she can even score more than 82 marks. Find all pairs of consecutive odd positive integers, both of which are smaller than 10, such that their sum is more than 11. So let x be the smaller of two consecutive odd positive integer. So the other integer is definitely x plus 2, because they are talking about odd positive integer. Odd positive integer. So odd means we have to skip 1. So it means it will be plus 2, right? If I take any odd number like 3, so next will be 3 plus 2, which is 5, right? So this way, if I have taken one number as x, so other will be x plus 2. Since both the integers are smaller than 10, they are saying which are smaller, both of which are smaller than 10. So we can say the greatest number out of these two, one is x, other is x plus 2. So we are saying the greater number is less than 10. Then definitely x is less than 10. So x is less than 8. Right? This is first equation. Now the other information given is their sum is more than 11. It means x plus 2 is greater than 11. Solve it. What are we getting? X is greater than 9 by 2. Means x is greater than 4.5. So from first and second we obtain x is an odd number and x is greater than 4.5. Greater than 4.5 and it is an odd number. So x can take the values as 5 and 7. Right? So the possible required pairs are 5 and 7 and 7 and 9. Right? Because the other number is x plus 2. So if x is 5, so other number will be 5 plus 2 7. If x is 7, so other number will be 7 plus 2 9. Question number 26. A man wants to cut three lengths from a single piece of board of length 91 centimeter. The second length is to be 3 centimeter longer than the shortest, and the third length is to be twice as long as the shortest. Right? So it's better from this information to assume the length of shortest piece be x centimeter. Right? Now, it is also given in the hint. If x is the length of the shortest board, then x, x plus 3 and 2x are the lengths of the second and third pieces respectively. How? Because it is given the second length is to be 3 centimeter longer. It means x plus 3. And third length is to be twice as long as the shortest. Means twice means 2x. So this thing is clear. And another information they are giving, what are the possible lengths of the shortest board if the third piece is to be at least 5 centimeter longer than second. Third piece. Which is the third piece? Third piece is 2x. So they are saying third piece is to be at least minimum 5 centimeter longer than second. Means it is greater or maybe equal to x plus 3 plus 5 centimeter longer than second. So second piece is this 2x greater than equal to x plus 3 plus 5. And one more information we have, that sum of these pieces is less than or equal to 91, because the total length of that piece is 91. So definitely when we are cutting three pieces out of that, so the sum of all three lengths will be either equal to 91 or maybe less than 91. Now let's solve this thing. X plus 3 plus 2x is less than equal to 91. Solve it. What are we getting? X is less than equal to 22. Let it be equation 1. Then also the third piece is at least 5 centimeter longer than second piece. So let's use the second information now. Right. So 2x is greater than or equal to x plus 3 plus 8. Solve it. X is greater than equal to 8. This is second information. Now from 1 and 2 we can obtain that x is greater than equal to 8 and less than equal to 22. So the possible length of the shortest board is greater than or equal to 8 but less than or equal to 22. So here are some practice questions, students, based on real life applications of linear inequalities. I would suggest you to please do these practice questions yourself. And don't forget to post your comments after watching the video. Thank you very much, students.